Hey everyone! So, if you are a dark romance, romantic suspense, thriller kind of person, and those are your vibes, you are definitely going to want to add this following book to your TBR. So, this is Devil's Peak by CL. It just came out this week, and when I tell you I was obsessed, I mean I was obsessed with this book. It was so good, it was so hauntingly beautiful. It is super suspenseful. Like, I was on the edge of my seat so many times while reading it. It is definitely a thriller before it is a romance. Like, the romantic part doesn't happen until like the very end. But it is such a phenomenal book. It is my personal favorite of CL's. I have read other books by her, and I've loved every single one, but this one, like, she just really knocked it out of the park with this one. The plot around it is basically that there is a serial unaliver in this small town that both Chase and Lake live in, and that serial unaliver has been the reason for a lot of women disappearing throughout the town. And unfortunately, there is something very tragic and traumatic that happens to these two characters that ends up just kind of like altering how they view life, how they go about life. C does a very good way of portraying like how different people cope, how to try to come to terms with what has happened to them. And she does it in a way that's just so real and raw. There were so many times throughout this book where I legit started crying. There's just so much trauma that both Chase and Lake go through. Chase has like a very hard home life, and then Lake has had to deal with grief and loss very early on as well. We see just how hard the thing that happens to them really takes a toll on both of these characters. And it's just focused on how are they going to come out on the other side, and how can they get over everything that has happened to them. um like, the thriller aspects of this gave me goosebumps and chills the entire time. It was so real, and like you could visualize everything the way that she described it. Like, it's very, very haunting. It does end on a cliffhanger. So we do know something else is happening. We just don't know who's doing it or what's gonna happen next. But it is such a phenomenal book. I ended up giving it 5 stars. And like I said, it's a very dark romance. And C definitely just has such a way of putting together such a strong plot and story together that you just get hooked from the very first page. Like, it sucks you right into this world and just pulls you in and just makes the reader feel so many emotions while reading her books. And one thing about C is that she is never afraid to push the boundaries. She is never afraid to talk about things that are uncomfortable. And I just always loved that about her books. But yeah, this one just had me losing sleep over it. I was like trying to get to the end because I needed to know what was going to happen next. And I felt it like so deep in my core. It left me so emotionally distraught, but then also, like, I was healing along with the characters as well. But yeah, if you have been looking for like a new romantic suspense, if you're a dark romance person, if you definitely want more of a thriller with very minimal romance in it, I would definitely add this one to your TBR.